What if everything you've been told about money is wrong? What if wealth has nothing to do with effort, nothing to do with luck, nothing to do with chance? What if the single greatest power to change your financial destiny is already inside you? You don't need more degrees. You don't need more connections. You don't even need more time. You need one thing: a picture. A mental picture so clear, so alive, so consistent that the universe has no choice but to obey it. This is not philosophy. This is law. And tonight, I'm going to give you the exact visualization that rewires your finances in 24 hours. Stay with me, because this is the turning point. Your thought is creative. Your imagination is the architect of your destiny. Your mental picture is the force that molds your life. These are not my opinions. These are spiritual laws. They are as precise as gravity, as faithful as sunrise, as unbreakable as electricity. Hold a picture of lack, and lack must appear. Hold a picture of abundance, and abundance must appear. It does not matter what the economy says. It does not matter what your boss pays. It does not matter what your bank account looks like tonight. Your outer world is only the shadow. The true cause is your inner world. What you imagine sincerely and consistently with faith and purpose must come true. It cannot do otherwise. So let me give you the one visualization. Close your eyes, breathe slowly, and see this in your mind as if it were real. Picture yourself tomorrow morning. You wake with peace, you open your bank account, and the numbers are different. There is more. The fear is gone, the pressure is gone. There is space, there is freedom, there is supply. Now, feel it. Not as a fantasy, not as a wish, but as your reality. Imagine yourself walking into a store, paying for what you need without hesitation. Imagine yourself giving a gift joyfully because you know money returns multiplied. Imagine the relief of bills paid, the joy of debts dissolved, the thrill of new opportunities. Hold it, feel it, claim it. Say within yourself, I see abundance, I feel abundance, I am abundance. Now you may say, how can this change in 24 hours? Listen carefully. The universe does not need time, it needs alignment. When you change your vibration, reality must begin shifting immediately. Sometimes the money appears, sometimes the opportunity, sometimes the message, the call, the idea, but the law always moves at once. Your subconscious begins drawing, arranging, directing. You're not waiting for the universe is waiting for you. And the moment you give it a clear, unwavering picture, the shift begins. Most people fail because they picture abundance one moment and fear the next. They declare wealth in the morning and complain of lack at night. They visualize riches on Sunday and speak poverty all week. This contradiction kills manifestation. It scrambles the signal. You must choose one picture and hold it. You must live in it, breathe in it, walk in it. Your mental picture is the mold into which your life must pour itself. Persist, and it cannot fail. Here is how you use this visualization for the next 24 hours. Morning, before you rise, close your eyes and see yourself already wealthy. Not becoming wealthy, already wealthy. Say, my supply is endless. I am wealth in motion. Daytime, each time you handle money, spending, receiving, even thinking, pause and visualize it multiplying. Imagine every dollar as a seed returning with harvest. Evening, before bed, repeat the full visualization. Picture your future self, free, abundant, joyful. Speak it aloud. I am abundantly provided for. Supply flows to me now. Do this rhythmically, without doubt, without apology, and watch the universe begin to rearrange. Think of this. A woman once visualized herself receiving exactly the money needed for a trip. She pictured it daily. She felt it. She persisted. Within weeks, a completely unexpected gift of the exact amount arrived. This is not accident. This is law. Another man visualized his debts dissolved, his name cleared. He pictured it each night before sleep. Within days, a settlement he had been waiting on for years was suddenly resolved in his favor. This is not coincidence. This is the law of the mental picture. Now let us go deeper. Wealth does not begin in the bank. Wealth begins in the mind. The fortune you seek is already formed in the invisible, waiting only for your acceptance. The invisible world is more real than the visible because it is the cause. What you accept inwardly must appear outwardly. So tonight, accept abundance, accept it as your right, accept it as your truth, accept it as your present reality. Not tomorrow, Not when the job changes, not when the debt is gone. Now, say quietly within yourself, I accept my wealth now. I accept my supply now. When you repeat these words with conviction, the subconscious mind begins to reorder itself. The law of mind does not argue, it does not hesitate, it only obeys. Speak abundance faithfully, and abundance is impressed. And once impressed, it must be expressed. The secret is persistence. One clear picture held faithfully outpowers 1,000 doubts scattered throughout the day. You do not need to struggle against every negative thought. You need only return to your picture. Return to it again and again. Like a compass needle finding north, your mind will find its way back to abundance. Now imagine this. Tomorrow, someone asks you about your finances. What do you say? Do you complain? Do you explain? Or do you affirm? Every word is a seed. Every sentence is a decree. If you say, I never have enough, you have commanded lack. If you say, I'm abundantly supplied, you have commanded wealth. Spirit does not respond to your emotions. Spirit responds to your word. The vibration behind your speech is the key. So guard your words. Guard them like treasures. Refuse to speak of lack. Refuse to repeat the story of struggle. Speak only of supply, only of freedom, only of abundance. Say this often, money flows to me easily. Money comes in expected and unexpected ways. My supply is endless. Every dollar I spend returns multiplied. Let your mouth become the architect of your tomorrow. Let your words become the builders of your fortune. For law waits on your decree. It cannot act without your voice. The imagination creates the picture. The word seals it. Together they form the command that the universe must obey. Now consider why so many live lives of struggle. It is not because the law has failed them. It is not because God has forgotten them. It is because their pictures are filled with fear. Their words are filled with complaint. Their expectation is filled with doubt. And so the law, which never judges, simply reproduces what is given to it. This is why you must take absolute authority over your mind. Do not allow old pictures of poverty to dominate. Do not allow inherited beliefs about money to guide you. Break the contract with lack. Sign a new contract with abundance. Right now, in this moment, cancel every agreement you have made with struggle. Say aloud, I cancel every belief in lack. I cancel every agreement with poverty. I now enter covenant with abundance. I choose supply. I choose wealth. I choose freedom. When you speak this way, something shifts in your energy. You are no longer hoping for change. You are declaring change. You are not asking for permission. You are commanding by divine right. Remember this truth. The law does not need years. The law does not need process. The law needs alignment. And alignment comes the moment you choose one picture, one declaration, one unwavering belief. So tonight, as you listen, let your inner world be rewritten. See yourself wealthy. See yourself free. See yourself giving generously, living joyfully, creating without fear. Hold that picture until it is the only one that feels natural. Hold it until your entire body vibrates with certainty. You must picture clearly and persist until it manifests, for the law of mind cannot do otherwise. Take this seriously. This is not suggestion. This is not motivation. This is spiritual law, operating with mathematical precision. Your life is not waiting on luck. Your fortune is not waiting on chance. It is waiting on you. The moment you picture wealth as already yours and refuse to picture anything else, you have set the law in motion. The unseen begins to rearrange. People, opportunities, resources, ideas, all start moving towards you. Do not ask how. Do not ask when. Your part is the picture. The law's part is the manifestation. Trust the law to do its work. Trust spirit to handle the details. Your only work is to keep the vision alive. Now let us anchor it with more affirmations. Repeat them, not lightly, but with authority. I am wealthy now. I am abundantly supplied now. Every resource I need flows to me. My mind is the architect of fortune. What I picture, I must experience. Speak them slowly. Speak them with feeling. Let them sink deep into your subconscious. The more you repeat, the more real they become. And when they become real within, they must become real without. You may wonder, how soon will this appear? The answer is always the same, the moment you are aligned. The universe does not delay. Spirit does not hesitate. The law is instant. but your acceptance determines the speed. When you fully accept wealth as yours, the change begins at once. Sometimes it shows in money received, sometimes in opportunities, sometimes in debts forgiven, sometimes in doors opening where only walls existed before. But the law always responds. Do not measure by appearances. Do not judge by what you see today. Appearances are only shadows of yesterday's thinking. What you picture now is the seed of tomorrow's reality. So guard it, protect it, nurture it. Do not dig it up with doubt. Do not poison it with fear. Feed it daily with faith. Say each morning, I am abundance, I am wealth, I am free. And let every action of your day flow from this identity. Walk as one who is wealthy, think as one who is wealthy, speak as one who is wealthy, act as one who is wealthy, for law will always agree with your identity. If you see yourself poor, law agrees. If you see yourself rich, law agrees. If you see yourself struggling, law agrees. If you see yourself supplied, law agrees. It is not personal, it is principle. The law reflects what you hold. This is why the visualization is so powerful, because it changes your identity. You cannot repeatedly see yourself abundant without becoming abundant. You cannot consistently picture wealth without attracting wealth. The picture impresses itself on your subconscious, and your subconscious moves mountains to make it real. And because identity guides habit, your choices begin to change without effort. You choose generosity where you once chose fear. You choose investment where you once chose delay. You choose trust where you once chose tension. Your calendar, your speech, your posture all begin to harmonize with your picture. The law is exact. It mirrors your deepest assumption. So keep returning to the image. Return in the morning before the world speaks. Return at midday when your focus wavers. Return at night when the mind is most impressionable. The rhythm matters, the repetition matters, the sincerity matters. Fill your inner sky with one picture until there is no room for clouds of doubt. Now add sensation to the scene. Hear the quiet hum of ease in your home. Smell coffee in a kitchen where bills are paid and pressure has dissolved. Feel the texture of a card as you pay without fear, the warmth in your chest as you give, the grounded certainty as you check balances that rise. Let your senses rehearse the reality until your nervous system treats abundance as familiar. And while you do, keep speaking with authority. Small sentences, clear sentences, sentences that feel like keys. Supply surrounds me. Increase finds me. I live in circulation. I am trusted with more. My picture is law. Hold them on your tongue like mantras and let them become your default thought. If an old phrase returns, it's always hard, it never works, I'm unlucky. Interrupt it with your decree. My supply is endless. I am wealth in motion. What I picture, I create. This is not denial, this is design. You are not ignoring reality, you are creating it. You are not rejecting facts, you are selecting causes. The mind is the origin, and you are mastering the origin. If you want, add a simple physical anchor to your practice. Place 2 fingers lightly over your heart whenever you speak a decree, or touch your wrist, or press your feet firmly into the ground. Link your word to your body so your whole being participates in the instruction. The subconscious loves ritual. Meet it with rhythm. And now, one more scene before we pause. Imagine your life as a river viewed from above. For years, the current twisted around rocks of fear and banks built of old beliefs. The flow was narrow. Then you began to picture. Then you began to speak. In days, the rocks softened. In weeks, the banks widened. In months, the river ran broad and clear. Barges of supply moved easily. Tributaries of opportunity joined. The delta glowed with harvest. You stand on a high bridge, watching your river of money move effortlessly, and you whisper, "Thank you." Then you remember, this is not luck, this is law. This is not chance, this is choice. This is not random, this is rhythm. Return to the moment that started it. You, closing your eyes, choosing one picture and refusing to let it go. That is the hinge. That is the turning point. That is the practice. So once more, before we transition, breathe in slowly and claim it. I accept my wealth now. I accept my supply now. I accept the river's flow now. What I imagine with faith appears. What I decree with conviction returns multiplied. Let the words settle. Let the picture brighten. Let your body memorize the feeling. and know quietly, deeply, that the law is already moving on your behalf. Think of money now as a servant. It has no mind of its own. It does not argue, it does not resist, it does not decide. It obeys, it flows, it follows command. The question is simple: what command are you giving it? If you release it with fear, it returns with loss. If you release it with confidence, it returns multiplied. If you release it with doubt, it circles aimlessly, never finding its way back. If you release it with faith, it runs like a messenger straight to your door with gifts in hand. Every dollar you spend carries the vibration you attach to it. So treat each transaction as sacred. Treat each exchange as a decree. When you pay a bill, do not sigh, do not curse, do not resent. Declare, this payment opens the way for greater supply. When you give a gift, do not fear loss. Declare, what I give returns to me multiplied. When you invest, do not tremble. Declare, this seed produces abundant harvest in perfect timing. Do you see the difference? Most people treat money as if it were a tyrant, something outside of them, something to be feared, obeyed, chased. But money is not a tyrant. It is a servant. It follows your voice. It obeys your command. It does not judge your worthiness. It only mirrors your vibration. Every transaction can be spiritual. Every movement of money can be holy. If you treat it with fear, money becomes a chain that binds you. If you treat it with faith, money becomes a river that carries you, flowing, expanding, multiplying. Now imagine this. In the next 24 hours, you speak only abundance. You picture only wealth. You feel only freedom. What will happen? Your vibration will change. People will feel it without you saying a word. Doors will open, ideas will come, messages will arrive, and money will find its way to you because you are no longer resisting it. Pause for a moment and let this sink in. The difference between poverty and abundance is not outer, it is inner. One picture versus another. One decree versus another. One vibration versus another. Two people may stand side by side, breathing the same air, walking the same streets, facing the same circumstances. Yet one prospers and one struggles. Why? Because one holds a picture of lack and one holds a picture of supply. The law is impartial. It reproduces what you give it. The rich and the poor are made of the same material, live under the same sky, breathe the same air. What separates them is the image they hold in the secret chambers of their mind. What separates them is the decree they whisper to themselves in silence. So choose your picture now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when conditions seem favorable. Now, see yourself abundant, see yourself free, see yourself overflowing. Do not wait until your senses confirm it. Your senses are slow. Law is fast, imagination is faster. Say it with me: I am wealth in motion. I am the architect of abundance. My supply is endless. What I picture, I create. Now let us return to the visualization once more, but this time deeper, more vivid, more alive. Close your eyes if you can. See yourself tomorrow. You wake up with peace. You breathe in calm air. You walk into your kitchen with a sense of ease. You make coffee and you smile because the pressure you once carried has dissolved. You sit quietly, phone in hand, and open your bank account. The numbers are different. They have risen. There is margin. There is supply. There is freedom. Notice the feeling. It is not fantasy. It is not escape. It is reality rehearsed before it appears. Hold the phone in your imagination. See the digits clear and bright. Feel the exhale of relief. Let your shoulders drop. Let your stomach soften. Let your body memorize what it feels like to be free. Then see yourself throughout the day, walking into a store, paying for what you need with ease. Not asking, can I afford this, but knowing I am supplied. Picture giving a gift, something generous, something joyful, and feeling the thrill of circulation. Watch yourself smiling as you sign a bill already provided for. See yourself receiving a message of unexpected income, a transfer, a refund, a gift. Let the joy rise. Let your body learn it. Let your mind own it. This is the practice: to make the unseen seen until it cannot be denied, to live in the invisible until it demands expression in the visible. Say within, I see abundance, I feel abundance, I am abundance. Hold these 3 lines like a mantra: see, feel, be. Because when you see it clearly, when you feel it deeply, you become it fully, and the law always agrees with who you are. Now, here's a truth few dare to accept: you cannot picture poverty and live prosperity. You cannot speak lack and experience overflow. You cannot expect scarcity and draw supply. You must choose one picture, one word, one vibration, and hold it long enough that the law has no choice but to respond. So tonight, choose, and then refuse to betray your choice. Refuse to gossip about lack. Refuse to complain about bills. Refuse to repeat the old story of struggle. Guard your picture as if your life depends on it, because it does. Think of it like a compass. If the needle swings toward north but you keep shaking the device, it never settles. The same with your mind. Every time you shift from faith to fear, you scramble the signal. Let the needle settle. Let your mind fix itself upon wealth until it becomes magnetic. Do not underestimate the power of small, repeated moments. 10 seconds of clear visualization held 3 times a day outweighs hours of worry. One strong affirmation spoken with feeling outweighs 1,000 doubts whispered unconsciously. You do not need to fight every negative thought. You only need to return to your picture again and again. Consistency is the secret. Rhythm is the power. So create your rhythm. Morning, picture wealth. Daytime, affirm supply. Evening, visualize freedom. Simple, precise, repeatable, and law which never sleeps, which never forgets, will do the rest. Now let me give you more affirmations to anchor this rhythm. Say them aloud with conviction. Money serves me. Money multiplies for me. Money flows to me from expected and unexpected channels. I am a faithful steward of abundance. I give generously and I receive abundantly. Every dollar I release returns multiplied. Speak these until they feel natural. Speak them until your voice carries authority. Speak them until your subconscious cannot resist but obey. And while you affirm, notice what shifts within. Your body relaxes, your breath deepens, your posture straightens, your mood lifts. You carry yourself differently. That shift is not imagination, it is alignment. It is your nervous system adjusting to a new identity, and the world will mirror it back. Do not be surprised when people begin to respond differently to you. Do not be surprised when opportunities come where none existed before. Do not be surprised when money flows in unusual ways. It is not chance. It is not coincidence. It is law. But be vigilant, because the old patterns will try to return. Doubts will whisper. Circumstances will tempt you. Appearances may contradict your vision. And in those moments, your task is not to surrender, not to explain, not to collapse. Your task is to return to your picture, return to your decree, return to your rhythm. Say, I refuse lack, I refuse fear, I hold abundance, I am supplied. Speak it until the storm passes. Speak it until the doubt dissolves. Speak it until your energy rises again. This is the discipline that separates the wanderer from the master, the struggler from the creator. Persistence is the bridge. Now let us stretch the vision even further. Picture not only your own abundance, but the ripple effect of it. See yourself giving freely to causes you love, helping others rise, funding opportunities that change lives. See the joy on their faces. Hear the gratitude in their voices. Feel the expansion in your own heart as you realize money is not only supply for you, it is supply through you. You become a channel, a river, a conduit of divine provision. This image will multiply your faith, because when you know your prosperity blesses others, you stop feeling guilty about abundance. You stop questioning your worthiness. You stop fearing judgment. You realize that abundance is service, wealth is generosity, prosperity is ministry. These sentences burn away shame. They silence guilt. They replace hesitation with holy confidence. Because you finally see wealth for what it is, not selfish gain, but divine circulation. And now pause again and return to the core visualization. Tomorrow morning, the account rising, the debts dissolved, the bills paid, the joy of generosity. Hold it for 30 seconds. Breathe into it. Claim it again and again. This is not fantasy. This is rehearsal. And rehearsal is reality in preparation. So tonight, before you sleep, take this sentence as your key. I live in supply. I walk in supply. I am supply. Say it 3 times. Say it with authority, and know as you drift into sleep that the subconscious will work on it all night, arranging, attracting, commanding. You will wake lighter, you will wake clearer, you will wake closer, because the law never sleeps. Close your eyes now and listen carefully. The work you are doing in this very moment is not small. It is not casual. It is the rewriting of your destiny. Every thought, every picture, every word is etching itself into the fabric of your subconscious. And your subconscious, like faithful soil, will grow whatever seed you plant. So let us be deliberate. Let us be bold. Let us plant seeds of gold. Say aloud, I plant abundance, I plant wealth, I plant freedom, and I shall reap a harvest without end. Hold that sentence. Let it echo in your mind. Feel it vibrate through your chest. Each word is a decree. Each decree is law, and the law does not fail. Now let us deepen the visualization even further. Imagine your life 6 months from now, after practicing this rhythm daily. See yourself walking through your home. It is lighter, brighter, filled with peace. You open your drawers, your cupboards, and there is more than enough. Your bank account shows numbers that once seemed distant, but now feel natural. Picture yourself receiving messages of gratitude from others. Perhaps a friend you helped, a cause you supported, a family member you blessed. Hear their voices. Thank you. You have changed my life. Let your heart expand with joy as you realize this is what wealth does. It multiplies, not only in your account, but in the lives of everyone you touch. Now bring the picture closer. Tomorrow, you walk into your workplace or your business or your creative space, you carry yourself with confidence. Others notice the glow on your face, the calm in your tone, the assurance in your presence. They ask themselves, what has changed? But you know, your picture has changed, and so your reality has begun to follow. This is the mystery most ignore. They wait for life to change before they feel different. But you, right now, you are reversing the order. You are feeling different first. You are seeing different first. You are commanding different first. And because of that, your outer world has no choice but to obey. Say again, what I picture, I become. What I decree, I experience. What I accept, I live. Repeat this 3 times slowly with conviction. Now let us examine the old story. For years, perhaps, you were told that money is hard to earn, that wealth belongs only to others, that prosperity requires sacrifice, luck, or compromise. Perhaps your family, your teachers, your culture impressed these beliefs upon you. But tonight, let us break those contracts. Say with me, I cancel every agreement with lack. I cancel every belief in struggle. I release every story of poverty. I now align with wealth. I now align with supply. I now align with freedom. Do you feel the release? That shift in your chest, that lightness in your body, that quiet confidence? That is your subconscious letting go of chains it carried for years. That is the contract with poverty being torn in two. You are free now, free to believe, free to picture, free to decree. And with freedom comes responsibility. You cannot return to careless words. You cannot afford idle speech. You cannot joke about being broke, complain about bills, or gossip about lack. Every word builds, every word creates, every word programs, so choose them wisely. Let your mouth become the architect of your fortune. Let your voice become the sculptor of your destiny. Guard your tongue as you would guard treasure. Speak only what you desire to multiply. Speak only what you wish to experience. Say, I speak only abundance, I speak only wealth, I speak only freedom. My words create my world. Now breathe deeply. Inhale as if drawing in divine supply. Exhale as if releasing every last trace of fear. Again, inhale abundance. Exhale doubt. Inhale supply. Exhale struggle. 3 breaths and you feel lighter. 3 breaths and your energy shifts. This is more than imagination. This is alignment. Your nervous system is learning a new rhythm. Your body is adjusting to a new identity, and the law must reflect it. Let us consider for a moment the story of a woman who practiced this very rhythm. She was drowning in debt, fearful of collectors, ashamed of her condition. But instead of collapsing, she chose a new picture. Each night she visualized her name cleared, her debts dissolved, her heart at peace. She spoke aloud, I am free, my debts are dissolved, I live in supply. Within weeks, a legal settlement long delayed was resolved in her favor. The debt was lifted, the pressure gone. Was this accident? Coincidence? No, this was law. The law of mind, the law of assumption, the law of faith. What worked for her will work for you. What worked for one must work for all, because the law does not play favorites. It responds to alignment. So align daily, align faithfully, align joyfully. Let us now imagine another scene. Picture yourself giving generously. Perhaps you donate to a cause. Perhaps you help a stranger. Perhaps you surprise a loved one with an unexpected gift. Feel the joy of circulation. See the ripple it creates. Watch how the joy in their face multiplies the joy in your own. Now declare, as I give, I receive. As I release, I multiply. My generosity is my prosperity. This removes fear. This silences greed. This rewires your relationship with money so that it becomes fluid, flowing, faithful. Do you understand now? You are not chasing money. You are commanding it. You are not hoping for wealth. You are embodying it. You are not waiting on the universe. The universe is waiting on you. Say aloud, I no longer wait, I no longer beg, I no longer doubt. I decree supply, I decree wealth, I decree freedom. And so it is. Now picture tomorrow again, but not only the bank account. Picture the feeling. You wake lighter, you walk taller, you smile more easily, you treat others with kindness because you are no longer pressed down by fear. You begin to create, to serve, to dream because you finally feel safe. This is what wealth does. It frees your soul to express. Say quietly, wealth is freedom, wealth is expression, wealth is divine. Let these words undo any shame you ever felt about desiring money. It is not greedy to prosper. It is not selfish to live free. Prosperity is alignment with divine intention. Poverty is the lie. Supply is the truth. Now, before we close, let us build one final sequence of affirmations, spoken slowly, one after another, as if engraving them into the deepest part of your being. I am wealthy now. I'm free now. I am supplied now. Every dollar I release returns multiplied. Money flows to me in rivers of abundance. My wealth blesses many. My prosperity uplifts others. I am wealth in motion. Repeat these 3 times slowly with feeling. Feel them in your bones. Let your breath carry them. Let your voice claim them. This is your covenant. This is your new contract. This is the truth you now live by. And as you go from here, remember, your only work is to keep the picture alive, to return to it daily, hourly, whenever fear tries to rise. One picture, one decree, one identity. Wealth, wealth, wealth. Close your eyes now one last time. See yourself tomorrow. The numbers changed, the pressure lifted, the joy rising. Feel it, claim it, own it. Say, this is my truth, this is my reality, this is my life. And so it is. If you have stayed with me from the very beginning, through every picture, every affirmation, and every decree, then you already know this. You are not the seeker of abundance. You are its source. Write in the comments, I am wealth in motion, because I want to recognize those who went the full journey, who didn't just listen for a moment, but allowed the law to rewrite their entire vibration. The connection we've built across these minutes together tells me that a simple like on this video is not just a gesture, it is a ripple. That one act helps this message reach another soul who is ready, just as you were, to step into freedom and supply. And if you felt the shift tonight, if something inside you said, this is my truth, then I invite you to subscribe, not as a casual click, but as a covenant with yourself, a decision to continue walking in wealth consciousness day after day, video after video.